So folks, we are recording. It is Friday, December 11th. Thanks for joining. We're just gonna go over in BAM the Capstone project. So what this is BAM, Business Art Media, is a project that John and I, or a course that John and I had tried to figure out. And it is going to be going into, now that we've done some general work in business art and media, things like marketing, we're going to start streamlining into our specific streams, whether that's business, art, or media. Then you're going to do a capstone project on that. So over the next, let's say 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to be working in your field. You're going to be getting a few skills in your field. And then you're going to be selecting a project theme. So there are lots of different things that you could do. If you're in business, you can write a business plan. If you're in art, you can do a portfolio. If you are in media, you could do a video, or you could try to design a game or do the graphics for a game or whatever you want to do. So let's go into actually what this can look like and what the needs are here. So I'm going to share my screen. And I don't need computer sound. Welcome to day 7B. These are your options for the capstone. So I just want to go through here and present. So, Michael, have I co-opted your screen? So it's only on there? Like, can you see the presentation? Yeah, okay, great. Thank you. So folks, everybody should see, this is the capstone project. Now the capstone project is the culminating, the final piece of work that you're going to submit. You're going to have about 14 school days dedicated to doing the capstone project. That's 7 in person and 7 outside of school or online. Most likely you will have to do extra work and homework to finish this presentation or finish this portfolio or whatnot. Our hope is that you actually enjoy doing this and that you're able to do the art or the business plan or the media outside. So that is the hope. It's going to be presented as one of these 4 things. That's what we're saying right now. The first one is a portfolio of work or demo reel with a professional critique. So basically, you're going to come out with a portfolio. You're going to come out with 3, 4, 5 things that you've done, 3 videos, 3 pieces of art, 3 business ideas, and you're going to demo them. And then a professional who's outside of the school is actually going to zoom in and critique your work and basically give you a mark. So you're going to have an industry professional come in and chat with you, give you like ideas to improve, that sort of thing. The second option is a Dragon's Den style pitch to the class. So what this means is that if you have an idea, you're going to present for about 5 to 10 minutes. And it's got to be a tight presentation that shows everything about your idea. If it's a business, it's showing how you can make money. If it's an art project or a sequence of art, like installations or whatever, it's describing that and talking about it. And we will, again, have funders or people who come in who could, if it's good enough, actually give you money or possibly buy the art or, you know, support you on the media stuff or get you an internship. Another piece or potential idea is a business plan. So that's a full formal document with a bunch of questions answered. That's one option. And then the fourth one is a grant proposal submitted to a funder to get money for like the next phase. So let's say you've been trying things, you trialed something. Now you've got an idea to take this like from portfolio to the next phase. Then you're going to actually write the grant proposal. So you're going to ask for money to do the thing that you want to do. So those are the 4 ideas that we had for kind of capstone projects that by the end of this class, so that means the first week of February, you will have handed this in. Each day, you're going to hand in a small piece of this project. It is super important that everybody gets to the end of this. Now, we know that some students tend to like piece out for a couple days and come back, which is okay, but you have to be doing this work at home and you have to keep it going. So we're going to try to chunk it so that if you miss one day, the whole thing isn't, you know, destined for failure. But it is going to take a lot of work, and we hope that you know, you're inspired to work through this project in the ways that you need. And finally, again, you will have to work outside of school hours, almost definitely. So first things first, we're going to have the portfolio or demo reel. So we just want to show a few things here. And so this.
Mike, I'm just
Yep.
going to chime in here. Yeah, so I'm not sure what you're going to say, but this was submitted as part of an application to the Ryerson Film School, and this person was accepted into the program.
Cool. So we'll just watch a quick demo here. I don't think sound is coming through for you guys, but you get the get the picture here.
Well.
Wow. So that's just a quick example of one person's, you know, major presentation or major video that would be part of a portfolio that of work that you could create. Where is this? Here it is. So we'll look at a second Ryerson film reel, and maybe I'm going to stop share and then I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to share sound. This is weird. Nope, that is not it. I don't know if I could do that. John, is it sharing sound?
No.
No? Okay.
But maybe we can just skip different parts of the video, and
Sure.
who are interested can watch this at home. Okay. The sound is coming through faintly.
Okay. So another example of a video that you could do, or a style of video that you could do. And then I'll pull up a third one here. So again, these are all applications to get into Ryerson's film school, and would be the kind of capstone project that we'd be looking for here if you were doing video. So again, another idea or something that you could do for a BAM project. So we also, that's for media and film. You could also do something like for an art, or if you're going to paint or draw. This is a great example of portfolios that are done for students out in Etobicoke School for the Arts. So if we kind of look through here, you can see that this is work that students in grade 12 have done at this, this school in Toronto. And so is there a way to like scroll through? Yeah, there is. So students at that school actually put together a big presentation of all of their work. And this is the online platform that shares this. So again, there are different styles here of art. There's not like a right answer to art, but you can see this is the same person. This is another person's style. That's another person's style. And then we could actually put up a gallery, or you could try to work on one of these larger paintings if that was a thing that you're interested in. This is another one for photography there. Another one that's more artistic and modern. Again, photography, different ideas of light and presentation. Oh, that's kind of cool. So again, art doesn't have to be anything in particular. If you get a style and you start to refine that style, that could be, you know, the pieces. You could also go into fashion or create something. Someone was interested in regalia making, for example, that would certainly count here. And so whatever and however you're looking to present your artwork, this is a reasonable sort of understanding of the kinds of projects that we would be looking for. That is incredible. Or you could make jelly salads of art. So let's jump back here and ESA portfolio video. John, which one's this?
So I guess this could just be an extra. It just gives you a glimpse of the students who made the artwork that we just shared. Just can give you more insight into the portfolio making process and everything involved. So extra watching if you'd like.
Okay. I'll just kind of scan through it here. So these are folks making a video and putting together their work. Okay, cool. Okay, so that is the portfolio or demo reel. That's the kind of thing that we would be expecting as a capstone project. Now, second piece here.
I would just add one more thing. Just that those portfolios that you saw from Etobicoke School of the Arts, they probably spent like most of their school year working on those portfolios. So just keep that in mind when thinking of your expectations for your portfolio. And because it's an art school, they have facilities dedicated to making all kinds of paintings, and they have the right materials and so on. Not that we can't get it, but you know, we're not an art school.
Sure. I think that's well said, right? And I think we want to encourage people to shoot for the moon here. But you know, if you can only create one or two pieces, as long as that quality, that work ethic, there's like a learning to that. That's the most important piece of this. Depends on the size, right? If it's like little doodles in a sketchbook or whatever that took you a couple minutes, we'd want to see lots more of those as opposed to one gigantic painting, you know, that's going to take a couple weeks to put together. The same goes for videos as well. Videos can be really intensive. If someone did a really high quality job of editing, I could see the final submission being a 1 to 2 minute video. But most likely it'll be a sequence of different styles of videos that are shorter in shorter bursts that allow you to learn and demonstrate different skills of editing and shooting and those sorts of things. Let's check out the website or online stores. So again, just so you know what you could do, you could actually create a website to put up your work. So if you did something interesting and you took some photos of it, we will help you, and the submission could actually be the website or the store that you're selling it on. This is one example of a photographer's work where they have sort of different tabs and you get to see what they've done in here, and you can scroll through sort of thing. Another example here, this is an artist who's put all their work up in kind of different categories, and you can search through it. again, this is an artist that's spent their whole life doing this, and the different kinds of things that they've been doing and working on. So it wouldn't be this robust, but even if it's, 2 or 3 things, at least you've started and at least you've put it up online.
Hmm.
And then John, did you want to talk about yours?
A couple of you guys expressed interest when I showed you my online store. I think it's super simple to set up, and it allows you to take advantage of drawings that might not be like complete artworks. Maybe it's just a doodle. Maybe you thought, it could go on a shirt or a hat. That's something I can help you put together. So if anybody was interested in making an online store, that would count as a capstone project, and I could help you out with that.
Cool. So yeah, that's in case you want to sell anything or put anything up there. Then getting back to it. So we've got a pitch. We're also sharing the sound. So the pitch style is from Dragon's Den. If you haven't heard of Dragon's Den, people pitch their ideas to make money. So there is Dragon's Den is here, and I'll just take us over to that. So we're going to watch this pitch here, and you. So, just so everyone knows, again, that's the kind of style of pitch that you'd come in. You'd pitch your product or your idea or your service, your art, your media. And we would ask you questions and we would grill you, and we would bring in external people to, again, ask questions. And if they liked it enough, they would think about like either giving you money, buying that, letting it tour an art gallery, something like that. So there are lots of options there.
And I think another important thing to note is that there's a good chance that you won't be able to demo your product or service like that chewing gum was. So, we're going to keep that in mind when we evaluate your pitch. And yeah, I mean, we can talk about like what you will present to us, whether it's slideshows and drawings of concepts and so on, or whether you actually try to make a prototype if you're trying to make some kind of product, or maybe it's a business, like another business that doesn't manifest as a product.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so that's an idea of a pitch. And then the last one here is a grant proposal. And John, I don't know how you connected that to a PDF, but well done. So just so folks know, this is a grant proposal that I wrote, and I'm just using it as an example so you get to see.
Oh,
So we were applying to the CW Foundation, and we were applying with, these are our 2 other charitable partners, and this Doctors for Doctors in the bottom right-hand corner is the organization that I help support. And then we go through and we answer questions. And so, basic stuff, what's your business number? What's your address? What do you mandate? Like, what are you all about? And then we talk about our partners. What's the actual project that you're applying for? And so we were applying to empower local communities and improve health outcomes through a community radio station in Nicaragua. So we actually ended up receiving this grant. So this organization, we gave this context. We talked about Nicaragua being the poor country and like people not getting enough sexual health education and like just general health education. And so there was a women's collective that wanted to start a radio station to support locals and kind of do call-in shows and answer people's questions and just support especially women. And so we got some money for this. We talked about the project description there. We talk about local partners. We talk about what radio programs we would do. We talk about how this like helps in Latin America. And then we actually break down the cost, right? And so this is a thing that you have to do for business plans, but we said radio equipment is going to be about 1220, so 1,200. This other radio equipment piece is about 800. Another radio equipment is about 1,000, and then like 150 and 130 just for some participants and to get people into the radio station. So this is the budget, and we laid everything out. And then I think we ended up getting half of this money, so we didn't get it all. But this is what we had, and then we put in references and a few other things. So this is just an example of a grant application. If you're going to apply for that $3,000 business grant that we talked about, like the summer business grant, it would be similar to this. It would be, you know, what's your name? What are you trying to do? Give us your business plan. Give us your pitch. Give us the budget. And you'd put all this stuff out. And if you were successful, they'd give you $3,000 for that. So that is the grant proposal. And that is everything there.
Mike,
Yep.
did you want to go over the business plan as well?
Sure, we could do that.
Or if you had something else planned, that's totally cool.
Yeah, so the business plan, I don't have a document here. I could try to pull one up super fast. The business plan is kind of like the grant proposal in that it is a budget. It's your marketing plan. So how are you going to reach out to people? What are you doing about your competitors? Yeah, what's your overall like plan to roll out a business? And it has to be pretty detailed. It's going to be about 20 to 30 pages of questions that you're answering. And so again, it's pretty standard, the one that we're going to do. It's kind of like, who are your competitors? And you have to list all of them out. And then it would be like, what do you do better than your competitors, or how do you compete with those competitors? And you have to think about it and say, okay, well, I'm probably not better than them in this, but I'm closer to my market here. So if I'm starting a business at the school, I'm better well positioned geographically to be right beside the folks that I'm going to sell to. So you make a business case and you essentially describe each of the steps in detail and answer each of the questions. If starting a business is way too much of a wild idea for you and you don't know where to start, doing a business plan is going to be one of the best ways to actually, you know, get this done and get this credit. Because it just kind of asks you questions that you can think about one after the other, rather than trying to figure it out and think about the larger picture. So, yeah, John, did you have anything else to say?
I think that's it. I think this is exciting, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys on your capstones. Coming up, we're going to have 3 or 4 subject-specific classes. You might want to start thinking about your capstone now, however, and maybe incorporate some of the things you do in those subject-specific classes and relate them to your capstone. That might be something you want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Perfect.
Looking forward to continuing.
I may also mention that we are looking to get mentors for each student. There might be communities of mentors, but there will be people that are external to here that are professionals in the industry that can help you out. So whether it's giving you advice on how to start a business, or getting you connected with industry professionals, or supporting you in editing something, or working through something, or idea generating, there will be people that we're going to get you in contact with. That'll be in January when we come back, and it'll probably be online. We'll be connecting folks so you can Zoom up with these people and ask them questions if you wanted to get into the industry, or you were interested in doing something more. So just want to reference that as well. Okay, so let's leave it there. Today was very much us talking at you. I'm going to pause the recording. We're going to upload this to YouTube just so people in the class can watch it that weren't here. Hope it was helpful. And then we're just going to ask if there's any questions now. So I'm going to stop the recording.